Hello, welcome as I come your way again with Pasco Made Easy with Senana. As we look at whole mathematics and we consider how we can solve past questions for WASI. We are specifically looking at change of subjects. So if you are studying anything on change of subjects, this is the right video for you. Remember to like this video, share this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and ensure that you click on the notification bell so that you can get all videos on time. Now let's consider the question. So the question says that we should make y the subject in a relation m is equal to 5 over x. We have the square root of n squared p bracket open 1 plus r squared all over y squared bracket close, all this over q. Now when you see questions like this, because it involves a lot of variables, we have m, we have x, we have n, we have p, we have y, and then we have q. You need to really take your time in writing out the question and then in solving it. So let's look at how we can solve this question. So we'll write out the question. The question says that we want to make y the subject of the relation. So the relation is m to be equal to 5 all over x. We have the square root of n squared p bracket open 1 plus r squared all over y squared, all this over q. Right, so first and foremost, when you look at the question, sometimes we have the tendency to want to make y the subject so quickly. So we do some skirmishes or some magic, and you realize that you end up trying to make y square vanish and maybe come to where the m is. No, that is not how change of subject works. You have to go step by step, process by process. So the first thing you must do is to square both sides so that we can eliminate the square root, right? Once you have any question in change of subject with square root, you have to square both sides. So we have m squared to be equal to 5 over x. We have the square root of n squared p 1 plus r squared all over y squared, all this over q, right? We square that side as well. So this implies that we have m squared, 5 squared equals 25, and then the square of x is equal to x squared. Then the square root will cancel out with the square, so we'll be left with n squared p bracket open 1 plus, right, r squared all over y squared, all this bracket close, all over q. So once we have this, all we need to do here is that we must multiply the numerator here, the 25, by the numerator, then multiply the denominator by the denominator. So we have m squared to be equal to, right, 25 multiplied by the top part, we can expand. So we have n squared p plus n squared p r squared all over y squared. And then for the denominator part, we have s squared q. Right, so we can rewrite this as m squared all over 1 so that we can cross multiply, right? So we would have m squared s squared q to be equal to 25 n squared p plus 25 n squared p r squared all over y squared, right? So we have something in a linear form, but we still have the y squared here being a fraction. So all we need to do is to multiply through all the expressions, right? We multiply through all the three expressions by y squared. So we can have y squared, m squared, right? We have s squared q, which is equal to 25 n squared p y squared, right? And then we would also have plus 25 n squared p r squared, because when you multiply y squared by y squared, r squared over y squared, they cancel out. So now we can group like terms and move all those with y squared to one side. So we have y squared, m squared, s squared q minus y squared 25 n squared p to be equal to 25 n squared p r squared, right? So it means that our y squared, we factorize it out. So we have m squared s squared q minus 25 n squared p, right, to be equal to 25 n squared p r squared. So we divide both sides by the coefficient of the y squared, which is m squared s squared q minus 25 n squared p, right? Then this side as well, m squared s squared q minus 25 n squared p. So we cancel out, and then we are going to have y squared to be equal to 25 n squared p r squared all over m squared s squared q minus 25 n squared p, right? So in order to be able to have the y, we can find the square root of both sides, so square root of this side and the square root of this side. So the square root will cancel the square, so that we can have our y to be equal to 25, the square root of 25 n squared p r squared all over m squared s squared q minus 25 n squared p. So in solving questions like this, you must take your time, go through the process, and ensure that you take them step by step. The goal is not to get the answer right at the end of the day. Yeah, getting the answer right means that you are that perfect. But then the goal is to ensure that you go step by step, ensuring that you are doing the right thing at each step of the way. Because the final answer gives us a mark, and all these steps gives us some marks. So if it's 8 marks, the final answer is just 1 mark. So ensure that you take your time, write out the question, and then you solve it step by step in order to be able to arrive at finding or making y the subject of the relation. Ensure that you like this video, share this video, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. See you in the next video.